In November 2022, 1 million ordinary people woke up and their money was simply gone. Not hacked, not lost, stolen. And the man who took it was on the cover of Forbes magazine just 6 months earlier. This is the story of the biggest financial fraud in American history, and how it almost stayed hidden forever. Before we go any further, I need you to understand the scale of what happened here. We're not talking about Wall Street insiders losing paper profits. We're talking about a nurse in Ohio who lost her retirement savings, a college student in Texas who lost $4,000 he saved for 2 years, a veteran in Florida who trusted a platform that was supposedly the future of money. $8 billion vanished. Now here's what nobody is telling you, and this is the open loop I want you to hold in your head for the entire video. Sam Bankman-Fried didn't wake up one morning and decide to steal. The theft was baked into the architecture of FTX from almost day one. And the question that will haunt you by the end of this video is, who else knew? Stay with me, because by minute 12, you'll understand something about this fraud that even most journalists got wrong. Let's go back to 2019. Sam Bankman-Fried, everyone calls him SBF, is a 27-year-old MIT graduate working at a small trading firm. On the surface, he is the least likely villain in this story. He's vegan, he sleeps on a beanbag in his office, he publicly pledges to give away his entire fortune. There's even a philosophy for it. It's called effective altruism. The idea that you make as much money as possible so you can donate it all to save the world. It's a beautiful story. It's also, in retrospect, the perfect disguise. In 2019, SBF and his colleagues found a gap in the market. Bitcoin was trading at different prices in different countries. Buy it cheap in the US, sell it expensive in Japan, pocket the difference. This is called arbitrage. It's legal, and they made millions doing it. That success gave him credibility. Credibility gave him investors. Investors gave him the capital to launch FTX, a full-scale crypto exchange, in 2019. Here's what you need to know about FTX. On the outside, it looked like a legitimate brokerage. You deposit money, you buy crypto, you can withdraw anytime. That's the promise. The reality was something else entirely. To understand the fraud, you need to understand one relationship. FTX, the exchange, had a sister company called Alameda Research. It was a trading firm, also run by SBF and his inner circle. Now here's where it gets criminal. When regular users deposited money into FTX, your money, real dollars, that money was supposed to sit in a segregated account. Protected, untouched, ready to be returned when you asked for it. Instead, FTX was quietly funneling billions of those customer deposits directly into Alameda Research. Think of it this way. Imagine you walk into a casino, hand over $100 for chips, and the cashier immediately takes your cash and bets it on roulette. You still have chips in your hand, everything looks fine until you try to cash out. That's exactly what FTX was doing at an $8 billion scale. Alameda was using customer funds to make high-risk bets on crypto, on venture investments, on loans to FTX executives. SBF alone took over $2.2 billion in personal loans from the company. His parents received luxury real estate in the Bahamas. Close colleagues bought penthouses. And the entire time, the celebrity ads kept running, the partnerships kept announcing, and 1 million regular Americans kept depositing. For 3 years, the lie held. Then, in November 2022, in the span of 6 days, it all came apart. Day 1. A leaked internal document shows that Alameda Research's balance sheet is basically held together by FTT, a token that FTX itself invented and printed. It's not real money. It's like a company saying its net worth is made up of gift cards it printed itself. Day 3. Changpeng Zhao, the CEO of Binance, FTX's biggest rival, announces on Twitter that Binance is selling all of its FTT holdings. Billions of dollars of it. The market panics. Day 4. Users start a bank run. $1 billion in withdrawal requests in a single day. FTX can't pay because the money isn't there. Day 5. SBF tweets that FTX is fine, assets are fine. It is perhaps the most audacious lie in modern financial history. Day 6. FTX files for bankruptcy. 1 million accounts frozen, all withdrawals suspended. And SBF steps down as CEO. He is replaced by John Ray, the man who unwound Enron. His first statement: "I have never in my career seen such a complete failure of corporate controls." The money was gone, and nobody in the building could explain where it went. For a moment, I want to step away from the numbers. Because $8 billion is a number so large your brain can't actually process it. So let me give you something smaller. In the weeks after FTX collapsed, bankruptcy attorneys began receiving emails from customers, regular people. One man wrote that he had moved his entire IRA into FTX because he read that it was the safest exchange in the world. He was 58 years old. He said, quote, "I can't start over. I don't have enough years left." A 23-year-old wrote that she had saved money from 3 part-time jobs specifically to invest in crypto because she believed it was the way people like her, not wealthy, not connected, could actually build something. She had $11,000 on FTX. These are not reckless gamblers. These are people who trusted a company that had a stadium named after it. A company that ran Super Bowl commercials, a company that was regulated, audited, or so they were told. The theft wasn't abstract, it was personal, it was surgical, and it was deliberate. So how do you steal $8 billion and not get caught for 3 years? You build a system designed to obscure. FTX had no CFO for most of its existence, no independent board. The accounting was done on QuickBooks, the software small restaurants use to track receipts. Internal communications were set to auto-delete. Key financial decisions were made by a group of fewer than 10 people, many of whom were in romantic relationships with each other, all living in the same penthouse in the Bahamas. This wasn't an accident, it was a design choice. There was also a secret backdoor built into FTX's code, a line that specifically exempted Alameda Research from the automatic liquidation rules that applied to every other user. Every other trading account on FTX would be force liquidated if it lost too much money. Alameda's account? It could go negative, infinitely negative, funded continuously by customer deposits. The regulator who should have caught this, the SEC, was in the middle of a public debate about whether crypto even fell under their jurisdiction. The auditors who signed off on FTX's financials? A firm with 13 employees operating out of a strip mall in the metaverse. Literally, their office address was listed inside a virtual reality platform. Every layer of oversight had been either bypassed, charmed, or didn't exist. On December 12, 2022, Bahamian police arrested Sam Bankman-Fried in his penthouse. He was extradited to the United States. He pled not guilty. His defense strategy was, by any measure, extraordinary. He claimed he didn't know that the accounting errors were mistakes, not crimes, that he acted in good faith, that he genuinely believed Alameda had the funds to cover what it had borrowed. His own colleagues destroyed that defense from the witness stand. Caroline Ellison, SBF's ex-girlfriend and the CEO of Alameda, testified that SBF had directly instructed her to use customer deposits to repay Alameda's creditors, that he knew the balance sheets she was presenting to lenders were falsified, that there were 7 different versions of Alameda's financials prepared, each one designed to show a different picture depending on who was asking. Gary Wang, FTX's co-founder and the engineer who built that secret backdoor, confirmed it was done at SBF's direction. On November 2, 2023, almost exactly 1 year after the collapse, the jury deliberated for less than 5 hours. Guilty on all 7 counts: wire fraud, securities fraud, commodities fraud, money laundering. In March 2024, Sam Bankman-Fried was sentenced to 25 years in federal prison. Remember at the beginning of this video, I told you there was a question that would haunt you? Who else knew? Because SBF did not operate in isolation. FTX raised over $2 billion from some of the most sophisticated venture capital firms in the world: Sequoia, SoftBank, Tiger Global. These are organizations with armies of analysts whose entire job is due diligence, to look at the numbers, to ask hard questions before writing billion-dollar checks. Sequoia famously deleted its glowing profile of SBF from its website within hours of the collapse. The Ontario Teachers' Pension Plan, which manages retirement funds for Canadian teachers, had invested $95 million. It wrote the entire amount down to 0. Were they deceived? Almost certainly, to a degree. SBF was a masterful performer. He cultivated relationships with Washington regulators and DC think tanks simultaneously. He donated to both political parties. He was omnipresent, always on the right panel, always saying the right thing. But the question that remains uncomfortable, that no trial fully answered, is whether the speed and scale of investment reflected genuine belief, or whether sophisticated players chose not to look too hard at a machine that was producing extraordinary returns. That question doesn't have a clean answer, but you should sit with it. So what do you actually do with all of this? First, understand what FTX was structurally. It was not a bank. Deposits on crypto exchanges, even today, even the legitimate ones, do not carry FDIC insurance. When you deposit money on an exchange, you are an unsecured creditor. If the exchange fails, you stand in line behind everyone else. Second, the signals were there. FTX's token, FTT, was circular. It only had value because FTX said it did. The balance sheet that leaked was full of made-up assets. No serious analyst who looked carefully could have missed this. But in a bull market, nobody wants to be the person asking uncomfortable questions. Third, and this is the one I want you to carry, complexity is often camouflage. The most dangerous financial frauds don't look like fraud. They look like genius. They come with endorsements and stadium naming rights and Super Bowl commercials. They come with philosophy degrees and pledges to change the world. They come with a guy who looks so messy and awkward that surely he couldn't be the one running a coordinated theft at this scale. 1 million people trusted FTX. $8 billion is gone. Some of it has been recovered through bankruptcy proceedings. Most of it has not. Sam Bankman-Fried will be in his mid-50s when he's eligible for release. If you want to understand how money, power, and deception actually work before it costs you, subscribe. We break down the frauds, the failures, and the systems behind them every single week. One click, it's free, and it might be the most encouraging thing you do today. The nurse in Ohio, the student in Texas, the veteran in Florida, their money is not coming back. That is what fraud at scale looks like. Not explosions, not drama, just a Tuesday morning when you try to log in and the screen says your balance is unavailable. If this video changed how you think about where you put your money, share it with someone who needs to hear it. The best protection against the next FTX is knowing exactly how the last one worked.